Every year, thousands of lives change in a single moment when a spinal cord injury occurs. For someone with an injury at the L1 or L2 level, the world suddenly looks very different. Walking may no longer be possible without assistance. Daily movements become a challenge, and independence feels out of reach. But what if I told you that physiotherapy and neurorehabilitation hold the power to rewrite that story? Today, we're diving deep into the world of L1-L2 spinal cord injury, paraplegia, and how modern rehabilitation can transform limitations into possibilities. Imagine being an athlete, or even just someone who enjoys a morning walk. Then, in a single accident or medical event, sensation and movement below your waist are altered forever. What comes next isn't just medical care, it's a journey through specialized exercises, neuroplasticity, and dedicated physiotherapy that helps the body and brain reconnect. If you've ever wondered how recovery looks for paraplegia caused by an L1-L2 spinal cord injury, this is the story you need to hear. The L1 and L2 levels of the spinal cord sit in the lower back, also known as the lumbar region. An injury here often results in paraplegia, meaning both legs are affected, while the upper body strength and arm function remain intact. This distinction is important because it means that rehabilitation strategies focus primarily on lower limb movement, core stability, and retraining the nervous system. The first step after an L1-L2 spinal cord injury is acute medical care. But once stability is achieved, physiotherapy becomes the foundation of recovery. Early rehab involves preventing complications like muscle contractures, pressure sores, and joint stiffness. Gentle passive movements and stretches are introduced even when the patient cannot actively move their legs, because keeping joints mobile preserves opportunities for later recovery. As the patient progresses, strengthening exercises for the upper body take priority. Since arms and shoulders remain functional, therapists train patients to build endurance and strength in these areas. Why? Because strong arms become the lifeline for wheelchair mobility, transfers, and maintaining independence in daily tasks. But rehab doesn't stop at the upper body. For the lower body, therapists use a combination of assisted standing frames, gait training devices, and functional electrical stimulation. These tools help prevent bone density loss, improve circulation, and encourage the nervous system to form new pathways through neuroplasticity. Neuro rehab isn't about fixing the damaged spinal cord, it's about teaching the brain and body to communicate in new ways. Balance and core stability training are equally vital. Someone with an L1, L2 injury may not regain full walking ability, but by improving trunk control, they gain the power to sit unsupported, perform transfers more easily, and reduce the risk of falls. Occupational therapy blends into this process, teaching adaptive strategies for dressing, bathing, cooking, and using assistive technology. In many cases, patients learn to drive with hand controls, pursue education or careers again, and even return to sports through adaptive programs. A key element that often gets overlooked is psychological rehabilitation. The trauma of losing mobility can bring frustration, depression, and anxiety. That's why modern rehab programs emphasize a holistic approach, addressing not only the body but also the emotional strength needed for long-term adaptation. Neuro rehab today also includes advanced tools like robotic exoskeletons and virtual reality therapy. These innovations give patients the chance to simulate walking, challenge their balance, and stimulate neural circuits in ways traditional therapy cannot. While not everyone achieves independent walking after an L1-L2 injury, many regain the ability to stand with support, walk with braces, or achieve remarkable independence in daily life. Stories of recovery vary, but what they share is resilience. Every repetition in therapy, every push forward, every day of practice shapes a better outcome. It's not about comparing progress to others, it's about pushing the boundaries of what's possible for each individual. An L1-L2 spinal cord injury changes life, but it doesn't end it. Through physiotherapy and neuro rehab, patients learn to rebuild strength, adapt with courage, and discover new ways to thrive. The road is long, the challenges are real, but with the right support, recovery is not just about surviving, it's about living fully. If you or someone you know is facing this journey, remember, progress comes in steps, big or small, and every step forward matters.